This game key was provided to me by Penguin Pop Games via keymailer for review purposes. Pocket Puzzle is a casual puzzle game developed by Chronostace, published by Penguin Pop Games, and initially released on Steam on June 22nd of 2023, and has now made its way to Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo console storefronts as of January 8th of 2025. There are a lot of puzzle games out there, and a lot of them bring the same type of design and idea to the table. Puzzle games especially are usually easy to pick up and try out, but because of that, they are also very easy to put down and never come back to. Pocket Puzzle is one of a kind by being unique overall and having an addicting factor that many other puzzle games fail to establish. In Pocket Puzzle, you have to manufacture a handheld gaming console. To do that, you must steer conveyor belts with the different individual device pieces on them to the end, but they have to be in the correct order. You can pick up and put down pieces of the track and turn them in different directions that you want the piece to go. After laying down your track in the way you think the device's pieces should go to make it to the end in the correct order, you start the belts and they rhythmically begin to move. If you are successful, the device will clasp together and turn on. If you fail, you will have to see where you made a mistake in the lineup of the tracks and try again. Each puzzle starts off with a piece of the device stationed somewhere on the area map, in a square that is the end goal. The block that the piece is on is already designated to go in one specific direction. Using other directional pieces, you must drive the pieces to the goal in a precise way so they get connected properly at the end goal. Clicking on a piece of the belt that you can lay down will change the direction that belt will travel in. The game is pretty easy at first, but gets more challenging the further you get into it. Other elements like nuts and switches get introduced to make your brain work overtime. Sometimes you'll have to set the track in a certain way to make a piece go in a circle so it doesn't collide and break another piece of the device. Other times, you'll have to use the nut as an extra component to your dilemma to hit a switch without messing up the flow of the machinery. Pocket Puzzle is extremely addicting in the way you are given these small little nuggets of space to work with and have to wrap everything around in a certain way to win. There is something super satisfying and rewarding after putting everything in place correctly. The game's presentation is phenomenal. The game has solid graphics with eye-catching colors that make your objective easily discernible. I like how the game is sort of always pulsating with this particular mechanical flair. The pieces move with a certain beat to every next square of the conveyor belt, and there are gears that rotate off the corners of the screen in the same tempo. The gradient backgrounds emit a very smooth and relaxing feeling, and the juxtaposition with the darker lines of the outline of the entire puzzle you are playing around with makes everything pop and snap even more. The bite-sized music that meshes some crunchy, chunky, tactile sounds in the mix produces a harmony with the gameplay. The bloops of the conveyor belts and the ticks of the device snapping together are big contributors on why this game just feels so good to play. The fulfilling illumination of the console's lights, accompanied with the action lines and the falling block transition to the next stage, makes the entire challenge worthwhile. The only issue I really had with the game is that I wanted more. The small, concise stages provided the perfect amount of difficulty. I often wondered what a larger stage could entail, a stage with a bunch of switches to fling and nuts to worry about. More mechanics could have also been nice. Different obstacles to have to get around, an outside force influencing the playing ground, or maybe even time trials that unlock multiple colors for your devices. These aren't actual complaints, but just more ideas for inclusions that could provide more value to an already great puzzle game. With 30 main levels and 20 bonus levels, Pocket Puzzle is the perfect snack-sized game to play at your own leisure. only taking about 3 to 4 hours to fully complete. Once you start getting in that momentum of solving and understanding the mechanics, solving the puzzles feels a lot more gratifying. There is a great balance of challenge and intrigue that keeps you going. It's one of those games where once you get it, everything clicks into place and it's hard to put down. It is easy to convey why this game is such an easy recommendation. I give Pocket Puzzle an 8 out of 10.